Somewhere in a library in New Haven, Connecticut, there is a book. It is 240 pages long. It was written between 1404 and 1438. It contains plants that do not exist, stars that do not match any constellation, women bathing in mysterious green liquid, and a language that no one, in 600 years, has ever been able to read. This is the Voynich Manuscript, the most mysterious book in the world. In 1912, an antique dealer named Wilfrid Voynich purchased the book from a Jesuit college in Italy. Among the papers was a letter suggesting the book had once belonged to Emperor Rudolph II of Bohemia, who paid 600 gold ducats for it, an extraordinary sum. Rudolph believed it was the work of Roger Bacon, the 13th century philosopher. Nobody knew for certain. Nobody still knows. The text flows left to right. It has spaces between words, punctuation, and consistent patterns that suggest a real language, or at least a carefully constructed system. Codebreakers from both world wars attempted to decode it. The best cryptographers in the world have tried. Linguists, mathematicians, computer scientists. Artificial intelligence has analyzed every pattern. Not one word has been confirmed decoded. Not one. The plant section is the largest, over 100 illustrations of botanicals. But not one plant has been positively identified. Some resemble known species, but with impossible combinations of roots, leaves, and flowers. Are they real plants drawn badly? Imaginary plants? Plants from civilization we have never encountered? Or symbols disguised as plants? The astronomical section shows circular diagrams with suns, moons, and stars. Some researchers see zodiac symbols. Others see star maps. But the constellations do not match any known astronomical tradition, Western, Arabic, Chinese, or Persian. Whoever drew these charts was looking at a different sky, or imagining one. The theories are endless. Some believe it is a lost language, perhaps from a vanished civilization. Some believe it is an elaborate hoax. Some believe it encodes a women's medical text, hidden from men who would have destroyed it. Some believe it is the work of a madman. And some believe, quietly, stubbornly, that it is real and that one day someone will read it. Perhaps the plants are from inside the earth, vast underground worlds with their own ecosystems, their own light, their own life. Perhaps the astronomical charts map bioluminescent patterns in deep caves, not stars in the sky. Perhaps someone went below the surface, below everything we know, and came back to document what they found, in a language that only those who had been there would understand. Or perhaps the book is something even more ancient than all of this. Perhaps it was left intentionally, a message carried forward through centuries, protected, placed where it would be found at exactly the right moment. A hint from something or someone that understood more than we do. Written for a humanity that does not yet exist, waiting for the generation that is finally ready to hear it. Carbon dating confirms the parchment dates to the early 15th century. The ink is period appropriate. The writing shows no hesitation, no corrections, no crossed out words, suggesting the author knew exactly what they were writing. This was not random. This was deliberate. Whoever wrote this book meant every word. We just cannot hear them. The Voynich Manuscript asks the most unsettling question a book can ask. What if human knowledge contains things we cannot yet understand? What if somewhere in history, a mind thought thoughts so different from ours that we cannot even begin to decode them? The book does not frighten us because it is dangerous. It frightens us because it is coherent, and we are not the ones who hold the key. Everything must have a purpose. The book survived fires, wars, the Reformation, 2 world wars. It was not lost like so much else. It persists. It waits. Perhaps its purpose is not to be decoded today. Perhaps its purpose is to remind every generation that there are things beyond what we know, and that the right response to mystery is not fear, but continued reaching. The answer is ahead. Not yet, but ahead. The instruction is this: humility. We have decoded ancient Egyptian. We have reconstructed dead languages from fragments. We have cracked the most complex codes. And still this book sits on its shelf, patient and silent, waiting. It is a reminder that every generation believes it knows enough, and every generation is wrong about something. What is your Voynich manuscript?